Well, let's dive right into it, Patrick. We're here live. No intro. You want to get straight to things. How you doing?
Yeah. We need to tell the audience. So this is a challenge that we're doing here, because what we're doing is, so everyone knows, we're going to see if we can do an uncut version. So no editing, and if we do, well, they'll tell me off in Discord. They'll notice. But this is going to be nice. This is going to be nice. We need to new
Uncut
and
with the
yeah,
Earthlings. Gotta love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't ask me any dirty questions, okay? And another thing, yeah. Oh, I needed to do a shout out, so I made a note for that. Let me see, because I was just in my Discord, and I said I'm going to say hi to my mom, but she's not going to listen, and to Austin Baby and H Barbarian Stonks H Bar. I said I'd say hi. So
Nice. Well, shout out to Patrick's mom and all the H barbarians out there as well tuning in. And
yeah,
for
my
those
mom
who
won't see this.
maybe someday.
you know.
For those who don't
Yeah.
know Earthlings, Earthlings is the first gaming metaverse on the most sustainable DLT, Hedera Hashgraph, where worlds come together, no nationalities, no boundaries, just Earthlings. This is our third time hosting Patrick, and if you want to learn even more details than we provide today, go check out the previous podcast that will be linked down below. I got to start out with Patrick. Since we did this, this is completely uncut, raw, straight to it, no intro, first of its kind. I got to be honest. You're a metaverse still, but you keep talking about gaming. Why is that?
Now I really need to watch my words now, because no cutting. Okay, so that's because gaming is metaverse, isn't it?
You're right.
The thing is, so imagine any other blockchain DLT. Let's just use the word blockchain, okay? Distributed ledger technology. Man, that's too long, and everyone knows blockchain. So any other blockchain, XRP is a big one, Solana, Cardano. If there's a metaverse there, unfortunately, it's people are still very stuck to their own uh, chain, and it is changing. Of course, we see that, so that's great. But imagine the plot holders on those chains. They hope it to be the next Decentraland or the Sandbox on that chain, and they're very fixed to that chain. What do? They hold their plot and they hope it's going to go up. The hype will drive it up in price. But who's going to be in that metaverse?
True.
Because it's just these plot holders. And the same problem is what Decentraland and Sandbox have. They have, so Decentraland was worth 8.5 billion, approximately plus minus $1,
Yeah.
at the all-time high. Okay, and even then they had 700 daily users a day. That's ridiculous. If you have 700 daily users with a big project, a game like that, in a normal in the Web2 space, you can just pack up and go home, because
Yeah.
that's not enough. Forza Horizon, I think it's called, a few
Yes.
months ago. That's when I did statistics on that. They had around 16,000 daily users, and they were ranked number 100 on the Steam store, biggest game Web2 game store. So
Makes sense.
that puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
So long term, what are you working on? If you only focus, if metaverse is your thing, because let's be honest. So if you were, name any metaverse, you go in there, you walk around, yeah, okay, cool, another cool designed. Usually they do this modern stuff, and these overly realistic landscapes and stuff that you pop out in Unreal quite easily, by the way. So you walk in there 10 minutes later, okay, I've seen it, and you're out again. And
Yeah.
that's only your Web3 buddies. So how is that sustainable? That was what we saw right in the beginning. So yes, of course, we are a metaverse, but gaming is metaverse. And we also committed to sticking under half an hour. So will you time me, please? Tell me to
Yeah,
shut
we're
up and
four
not,
minutes and
not
you're
to.
doing great so far. I gotta
Okay,
be
very
honest.
good. Then I have some more. So this is also a bit about education, right? So think about it. If you go to any metaverse, so I'm not saying metaverses are junk or are not sustainable, whatever. Do your own research. It's just the way that I think about it. Okay. So, but if you have real gameplay, and you can have the numbers of gamers come to Web3, then you have a power mix, because yeah, there is a lot of hype in Web3. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. 700 daily users compared to Web2 gamers, it's still 8.5 billion. It's
Mind blowing.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but the power of hype is big. So, but what if you then indeed get these gamers on board as well? So if you now start building a metaverse, why not start with gaming? So yeah, gaming should be the forefront because you need to get these gamers in, and then you really need to ramp it up and really build quality. So that quality takes time. You don't want to rush to market. You see that
Yeah.
too often in Web3 as well. So this is why, of course, we started the mobile games as well. So yeah, credits to the gamers because they invented a metaverse,
Yeah.
and yeah. So
Nice.
I think I said enough there. Yeah, yeah.
Most
That's why I
definitely.
always talk about gaming.
Yeah, I mean, gaming is one of the biggest industries when it comes to Web 2. Uh, Whenever people are outside of the internet, they think of gaming. That's like the second thing I think most people would go to, and to onboard people in a way where it's not necessarily portraying just the metaverse side of things, but more or less all the aspects that go into gaming. It really brings things to, I guess, it resonates more with people rather than trying to build out a world that feels like you're trying to recreate the real world. And in reality, nobody's ever going to be able to completely recreate the real world. It's not feasible, it's not tangible, and you can't actually ever really feel it. And so having that split between, what is a metaverse versus what is a gaming video game, it's, contradicting in some ways because therefore they can both play hand in hand. It really just comes into play where how do you perceive it and what is the main goal and objective that you're trying to overcome? And it seems as if what you guys are approaching and how you guys are developing things are going great so far. How's
You
this
just said it.
experience been?
Yeah, you just said it in more fancy, bigger words. Love it. You
You're
should hear me
funny.
talk Dutch. I can speak Dutch and be very smart. So anyway, another nice fun fact because that's what you triggered something because the gaming industry is also the biggest industry, but not just a
Yeah.
little bit. But you probably already know it's bigger than music and film industry.
Yes.
But it's and this. So I told my wife, "Do you think it's even bigger than?" And yes, it was. So this is a dirty little secret. It's even bigger than the porn industry. It compels. So can you imagine? More people are gaming than making babies.
Wow. The more you know. I mean, it
Wow,
kind of
okay.
makes sense since the birth rate's continuing to decline year after year. So, I mean,
Yes,
it
and
seems
gaming
as
is
if the
still
people
going
who are
up.
alive don't want to recreate. They'd rather just create through gaming.
Yeah, okay, but to get to your other question, that's a nice one as well.
Moving
So
along, though, how's this journey been through Web3? How's your experience been? How's it been, networking, building these relationships out with the community? How's just everything been so far, Patrick?
it's been great actually. So and I must say, hats off to you as well because we do these Kabila spaces. I see you pop
Yes,
in sometimes, and
of
every
course.
time I'm like, "Oh, Jack, we need to get the Earthlings up," and then you're gone again because I know you're busy as well. But
Very
I
busy,
really
and
want
it's
you in
it's
there.
always sucks. I have to say it always sucks because these X spaces always go on in the middle of the day. I'm always at my day job, and the most I can ever do is tune in to listen because my day job, it's always got all these loud noises going around me. Either it's vacuums, air compressors, whatnot. Because I detail cars for a living outside of my Web3 journey, and so it's always a noisy mess inside the building. And so I'm never able to dive in, join up, and actually speak because of all the loud noises. But I'm always trying to make sure that I can tune in, listen
Well,
in, and hear all the new details, either yourself with Earthlings is providing or any other H barbarians building in the space.
well, you're not making it easy on me too because it's 10 in the evening.
Yeah.
It's baby bedtime for this old man. But anyway, yeah. So, but it is a great journey, and
Yeah.
Kabila is one of these things because. I enjoy doing the space with them every Thursday.
Yeah.
But if I look back at where we were a little over 1.5 years ago, almost two before I really started, when I really started writing down, but we weren't live then yet, of course. It's been an amazing time actually because I still remember, yes, and I've said it many times actually in spaces as well. So we came into the Hedera community, actually, the ecosystem. And after 2 days, people started noticing, and the whole community exploded. But what I liked so much is these bigger projects reaching out, and I'll never forget how May did so from Hashback. on day 2 or 3 already. Hey, welcome guys! If we can help you with anything, and of course, yeah, they need these projects to onboard to them as well. But the way they did it, I love these people, so sincere, and a lot of other projects as well. So we have a very good relationship, as I said, with Kabila now. Headstarter is to do. We have we laugh a lot with him. He is a funny guy.
Respected projects,
Really.
most definitely, and it's great to network with the people who have the the connections, who have the communities already
Yeah,
established. And at those early stages, a year or two ago, it was completely the wild, wild west. Nothing was
yeah,
really established to where it is now within the HBAR community
yeah,
specifically. And you guys
yeah.
have came a long way from, going from mock-up just conceptualization to now actually having a product that you can start to provide and share more details regarding, share highlight clips, share new items that are releasing. There's so much that you guys have provided the community that is more or less getting us looking forward thinking, looking more towards the future and what's to come with Earthlings. And those guys that
Yeah.
you mentioned, like Hashpack with Mei-chan and Kabila and the team over there, and as well as Headstarter, those three projects alone really stand out on Hedera. And to have those connections, to build those relationships, it's only going to, skyrocket your growth long term as well. Because, the way I look at it, Patrick, the more you can grow with others, you'll all grow together at the end of the day. As long as you're building out your brand, your company, and then you network and build out with other people as well who are doing the same exact thing, at the end of the day, you're all just going to rise together. And that's what I really see within the HBAR community. There's a lot of, builders in this space who just want to build together. And if we can do it together, might as well all win together.
Yeah, that's true, and I'll give you one more thing that I never said in any interview. Let's see what the community says tomorrow in Discord. Yeah, so what was very funny. So if you ask someone, well, the thing is, I work on a lot of aspects on our game.
Yeah.
I do marketing, well, do these interviews as well, but mostly I work on building the game. But some weeks we focus on, well, for instance, Quinton was focusing early this week, on integrating the weapon system. We're family friendly, so that's another story. And then next time I'm focusing on cinematics or the buildings or whatever. So sometimes someone asks me, "What do you do actually? What is your project?" And it's so big, I block. I'm like, yeah, what do you actually? So I learned to say, we're a game, read the
Yeah.
white paper. But so anyway, this one space I had, so one of my first spaces, and we were very, very nervous still, eh? So this is why people need to go to, well, to the Alt Kings for their first YouTube. But if they want to practice spaces, go to Kabila Spaces.
You got that
And
right.
or Head Start Spaces are nice too. I
Yeah.
invite everyone to drive to the crazy. But so Mei Chen, um, she actually saved me there. So this guy asked me, "So what are you doing?" But yeah, what am I doing here? I didn't know anymore. I was put on the spot, and then she took over for me. Yeah, well, you know what they're doing. They're blah 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 blah. She's a great speaker. I never
Yeah.
see her not too many times on Space anymore. But they got a bigger marketing team now, speaking a
Most
lot with
definitely.
Mark. Yeah, I don't forget those favors. So I still
They're
owe her.
hard to forget. Most
It's
definitely.
hard to forget. I still owe her. So, but as you grow in it, you see, oh, wow, it's all nice people, and so, and I do admit, at my age, 46 already, 47 almost, I think. Yeah, you don't really care. You don't really care about what you say anymore. You just want to have fun, but you do take your business serious, of course. I take the
Yeah.
project that I'm doing very serious. I had a very long day. I started at 6 this morning, and well, I'm doing interview at 10 this evening now
You're
with
the
you. So
man.
yes, yeah, but luckily I do have some weeks when I have more time, but
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It's and that's the danger of doing something like this. I love doing this so much that, yeah, my wife has to drag me from the screen sometimes, and she's right. I really try to also get some free time for my family. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
got to find that
it's
balance.
yeah, it's hard, but we're managing, especially the weekends. I'm trying to take more off. But yeah, the whole ride has been amazing. We have an amazing team. I'm not going to name all the names because I always forget one, and I'm like, hey, why didn't you mention me? So no, but we've got an amazing team. You
Yeah,
know, 2 years ago, and now we have Brendan Hargraves on the team. We've got Rob Allen now even on the team as an advisor. It's amazing. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Actually, I'm enjoying every step of it. So
that's all that
that's
matters at the end of the day,
yeah.
Patrick. As long as you're enjoying the process, you're enjoying the ride, and you're making those steps and accomplishing the goals that you set out to achieve, you're doing everything right at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with all of that mentioned. It's all positive. I'd love to
I
know
see.
now.
Right.
Actually, go ahead by all means.
Yeah. So because I talk too much, I know, but I see a clock on the top. I didn't see that, so I can monitor the time as well. We're 15 minutes in, and I think we can
We're
still
at the
have it.
halfway mark. We're looking
With
great, I gotta
yeah,
say, especially with it being so late on your day. I just want to thank you for taking the time as well. I'd love to
yeah.
dive in now, to what you're working on currently speaking. We've talked so much in the past about what you were previously working on. Obviously, you've accomplished all that, and what's next now? What can we expect to see?
Many things actually. So I'm working this week a lot on trailers, cinematics. I finally have some amazing animators because I tell you that is the hardest part. If you create the game, I did not expect that to be the hardest part.
Yeah.
Especially, of course, if you don't want to pay $100 an hour for for some people, because I still consider myself as an indie game. So, um, but we found an amazing crew. So, and now we are popping out one after the other cinematic. We dropped a nice little teaser thingy today, but that's nothing compared to what we're doing in the coming weeks. So, and it's good because we are now working more on these game trailers, so to say, where you see the tech characters a little bit in the storyline or using the in-game items. And after that, I want to go more even into the characters really in the game play. We use weapons or whatever, and that's again that's another subject because a weapon in Earthlings land is an X shooter, but it's still going to be cool. You'll see soon enough.
Can't
So,
wait.
but it all ties in because it all comes together now. It all ties in nicely with the upcoming INO and IDO. So the token sale that comes up. So yeah, it looks like it's all falling together now. And after that, we finished. So I'm focusing heavily now on all these trailers, and the 3D team has to build all these items for it as well. But
Yeah.
all the items we use in there, we can use in the land as well. So we're not. It doesn't mean that we're stopping with building. Of course, that's the cool thing of the way we build these trains because everything we build we use in the game as well.
Yeah, I love that. It's most definitely, and this is a style of game where you're never really going to ever stop building. There's always going to be
No,
something new that you add. There's always
yeah,
going to be a new features, something
yeah.
that you may revise and fix, a bug, whatnot. There's always going to be more creativity delved into and built upon through Earthlings, and I love that. One, because it's built on Web3. Two, because it's built on Hedera, and three, most importantly, it's a game that feels as if it's for all. You can find
Yeah.
your lane through Earthlings, and you can really just find whatever route or avenue that really best fits you or self for gaming experiences all around. You already kind of mentioned it though. What's up with that bag? You recently just tweeted about it. I'd love to know more. And yeah,
If I tell you, the ladies from marketing. Well, I don't. I would not be sure if I would be here tomorrow. I can't. I can't. No, they try to squeeze it out of me as well. Oh, and that reminds me of something. So how's the whole journey been? And I'll get back to. So there are more names in our Discord that deserve a shout out. 100%. It
yeah.
just happened to be that I was talking to Austin Baby and H Barbarian Stonks. H Barbarian Stonks A bar H bar. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's too long, man. That name. Well, anyway, so that's why I mentioned them, just because I happened to speak to them, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to say hello." But and now I forgot what to say. Oh yeah, the bags.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say, what's up with the
yeah,
bag,
and
Patrick?
yeah. But don't cut this out, eh? This is the uncut challenge.
Never. This is
So
uncut,
saves you,
straight,
yeah,
raw.
saves you a lot of work as well. So the thing is, what I found very cool. This ties in with. So I'm not going to tell you about the bags. You'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll throw it back in this YouTube. But um, what I found so super cool just a few weeks ago that these two guys they were doing their Twitter Spaces just to talk about Earthlings. So the thing is, they probably don't. Well, they will know now. And I joined in one of these spaces. We had such a laugh. It was amazing. And this one guy had a laugh that just made me laugh even harder. But to me, that was a sign that something is going well. Because if your community loves the project so much that they jump into spaces, just these nice guys together, I love that.
Yeah.
For me, that was a sign that we're doing something right.
Yeah.
So yeah, hats off to these guys, and I'm going to try to join these sudden spaces more often. But yeah, they just pop up, and I need to be able to show in there. But
Most
so
definitely.
yeah, I think for me, I had a lot of learning curves, especially looking on the gaming sector, on the metaverse, the whole gameplay, everything that's in Web3. If you build something yourself, you really have to take another angle because to look at things differently, because you want to beat the competition. Simple as that. You want to
Yeah.
be the best product, of course. So you need to see what works and what does not work. So
Yep.
you think on it every day. So that was a learning curve for me. I learned so much, but just analyzing and looking at things and see how you can do it better. But the thing that I learned most this year is how great it is to have a community like that. You know, I sometimes go to Discord just for fun. I love these guys. You know, you've got all types of people there. You've got maybe we've got some pilots. I don't know. We've got engineers. We've got IT guys. Maybe we have janitors. Doesn't matter. You know, take pride in your job. Doesn't matter what you do. But
Yeah.
I love that. I'm going sideways way too much. But we're way under 30 minutes. I don't think we need to cut anything. So I think we did great. What about you?
I agree as well. And I think what you just mentioned earlier, just a moment ago, about how the community went ahead and did their own space regarding Earthlings just to talk about the project and really just dabble into it on their own perspective. It's nice to be able to tune in to that perspective and also see it. But one thing I also wanted to mention, when you start to see things like that, when community members get together and start building out these discussions where the rest of the community can come in together collectively and talk about the same thing and just give out their feedback, that's when you know you're getting to a point where the ball is going to continue to roll and it's going to start rolling a lot faster because you're starting to get more or less that snowball effect of people starting to realize the value behind this and want to be interested in it more. I like to compare something like that to when people start to, you get those doppelgangers on, say, Discord, people trying to impersonate yourself and try to scam your community out of these things.
Oh,
And it's super unfortunate to see when you get these doppelgangers of yourself, but it also is a plus because you realize you're getting that attention that's more or less needed. Although it's very contradicting as well, but I I've had it happen to me once, and although it sucked, nobody got affected, thankfully. But it made me think, although this is a negative, how am I going to turn it into a positive? The positive, the way I look at it is people are so interested in you, they're trying to stab you and your community in the back to a point where they have to duplicate yourself to try to get something out of you. Although it sucks, I think there's a positive that can be reflected on from that. Outside of
what?
that, though, just simply looking at it from other perspectives when you're developing the game, not just trying to do it all yourself, always going to other people, seeing how they perceive it, how they look at it, and whatnot. Those things can really help you develop this game to a new world where you're not only just building it out for yourself, but you're also taking in community requests, community feedback, whatever it may be, just to help build out this community and the game to the liking where everybody likes it, you know?
Yeah, and that reminds me of something else. By the way, a tip for the community. There's this if you look on Web3 gaming on YouTube, there's these amazing YouTubers, and they like to take a hit on all these Web3 games,
Yeah.
and with some it's very easy.
Yeah.
And there was this one game. I'm not going to call out the name, but they had like $250 million on budget. And then you see the things that I'm like,
Build.
where did this money go?
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, and one of the founders, uh, as soon as staking vesting period ended, he was gone. That is, these things are just sad to see.
Yeah.
But these YouTubers, if you want to know about gaming, a lot of these YouTubers, they have it spot on, because it's diehard gamers who judge them, and I learn a lot from them. That is too. I'm making notes. I'm like, oh, okay, so I can't get away with that. I should not do that because I love gaming, but you can always learn. So
Most definitely.
never stop learning.
So no
So
teasers about those bags before we head out, Patrick?
not at all. And I think we did a great job. Let's
We
see
did
if you are
indeed.
going to cut out some stuff about babies or not. But no, I don't think we have to cut it. I think,
All right. Well,
yeah,
Patrick,
yeah.
thank you for everything. Thank you for taking the time. I know it's super late for you where you're located. And if you have any closing thoughts, feel free to lay them down.
Well, it was about time that I came back, because I kept stalling and stalling because I was so busy. Sorry for that.
Oh, it's okay.
Final thoughts. I see you have a green screen. Suzanne from marketing told me, Patrick, use a background image. I didn't, but I have green curtains. So that's my final thought. I'm gonna love and leave you with that. It was fun again.
Amazing.
Hope to see you next time again. Great.
Most definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this has been the Alt Kings, and we are doing an official outro to this episode. And Patrick, thank you once again for taking your time. And on that note, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and we will see you all next episode. Peace.
Bye. Yeah, we forgot to mention Joey. Joey wanted to be here, but he couldn't. So that's the official outro. Next time we'll have Joey here as well. Shall we?
Shall we? We shall.
Yeah. Next time, Joey, next time you're going to be here as well. We didn't forget about you. You just didn't have time. Next time we'll be with three. That's
Joey,
that's the official
I look
outro.
forward to hosting you very soon, and I can't wait to
Yes.
dabble all things Earthling with you as well.
So
Patrick
that's
was
one cut, one cut,
one
one
cut,
cut.
nothing else, indeed. Peace.
Ready to transform your learning experience? Step into the future with the Learn to Earn platform on Hedera. Choose how you learn: academic books in hard copy or NFT form. That's right, NFTs. Whether you prefer the traditional feel or a digital interactive journey, the choice is yours. Dive into the NFT, not just for the book, but for all the tools you need for success. Download the book, access tests, all within a seamless, immersive interface. Forget traditional logins. Simply scan the QR code, connect to our platform, and start your Learn to Earn journey. Pass your tests and watch your success turn into real rewards with Gcoin, our exclusive digital currency. Imagine learning at your own pace, acing exams, and reaping tangible benefits. It's not just education, it's a transformative journey towards success. Join the future of learning at gilmore-estates.net. Scan, learn, earn. It's that simple, and it's revolutionary.